The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry for James Conner. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Now Benjamin. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Finding some room at midfield. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Rivers now on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Allen's got it complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Heinz Field has always been a tough place for field goal kickers. It's just a very heavy sod, plus you've got an open end of the field with wind coming off the Allegheny. And sure enough, he kind of chunks this one, and it's no good.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. The drive will start with Connor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. AB.
On second down, Roethlisberger over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Snickers. Snickers.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Ready. 380. White. White. Load it. Load it.
A first down throw here for Rivers. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Hurry up!
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Gates with a grab. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Stay there. Stay there.
play fake. Rivers. His throw incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to look deep for his running back goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Right back to him on 1st down. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Toss play, Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Dawson for the extra point. Dawson tacks on the point after. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open. Got
to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Rookie Derwin James with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Hargrave able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down.
Here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They start with a give to Connor. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Quarter.
Now Roethlisberger down around his goal line. And he connects with Vance McDonald. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 92 yards. So after about as long a play as humanly possible without scoring, here's 1st and goal. Now Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, 30, the 20.
And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete right around the 8. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here comes the boom! I see you, boy! I see you!
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Chargers on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Powers ahead at the 45. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's in
in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
These two.
Now it's counter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They go play action here on first down. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Dawson's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with a... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, trying to hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's counter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Moncrief. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting through, and he's got space. And now look at him go. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got this down to the 35. His 1st catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one incomplete. Ryan Switzer, intended target. 3rd down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Snickers, 66.
Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Detroit. Detroit.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by Gates, left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And
Incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Chargers on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Dawson tacks on the point after. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room to the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Steeler Dean leads to a touchdown. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Chargers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Pittsburgh, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.